Hey, hi, how you doing? This is Stephen Orr, nycmasseur.com, with another video blog with my good and bad adventures of being a man-for-man massage therapist for more than 3 decades in New York City. Gonna get my music fired up here. Lo-fi girl. Yeah, here we go. Lo-fi hip hop. Best music in the freaking world. Thank you, God. Grateful for my music. Grateful for my pussy willows. Did we lose it? Is something coming? Come on. There we go. There we go. She's got a cow. There's a cow here today, so it's April Fool's. Yeah. Happy April Fool's, everyone. And thank you. Yeah, it's another stirring adventure, April 1st, 2025. What do I have to report today? Well, let me tell you what happened to me last night. You've heard of the phrase, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. Well, now I can honestly say, I'm not going to say that fucked up youth word literally, but I'm going to honestly say that I was actually hit by a truck last night. Yep. Thought the street was all clear, ran the red light at 6th and 1st, and kaboom, baby. It's funny. You're riding one moment, right, on your bike, and you're feeling the wind, and you're looking. And I got distracted. I was looking at the neighborhood troll bar next to McDonald's. I was just wondering. I always wonder about going into that place. One time I tried to go into that place, and one of the walls fell down, so I decided not to go in there anymore because that looks pretty hardcore drinkers, not for me. So anyway, yeah. So one moment I'm riding and then looking the opposite way, and I already thought I checked out the street and I didn't see anything. Well, guess what? This big black fucking SUV, like a fucking dinosaur, man, just like whoa, 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 boom, he just took off from the curb in the dark. And I'm riding one moment, and the next moment, I'm up on the hood of the car along with my bike, and then I'm rolling off the hood of the car, bouncing onto the ground, and I have a contusion on my left buttock, which is really killing me. Which is going to make music and sitting kind of hard the next few days, but I think I can survive because this could have been much freaking worse. Let me tell you that right now. And it's so amazing, and this might not sound politically correct, but in all the years I've lived in New York, I have never been hit by a car this in this extreme manner. And all I can do, I was walking around the apartment today, healing myself and thinking, okay, because immediately I got up and everyone was shocked. They wanted to call an ambulance. There was a crowd of younger people around me helping the old man on the bike. And this beautiful girl actually ended up walking me home. And she said, well, I don't know how you got up right away because I couldn't have gotten up right away. Well, I got up right away because I had to get up right away. And I'm not a millionaire from Texas, a billionaire who can, order lidocaine treatments. Okay, that doesn't on the butt. I have to heal myself. So I'm going, and you're riding one moment, and the next moment did you ever ride a wave, and you're riding a wave, and all of a sudden you're riding on top of the hood of a big black metallic shark dinosaur creature that so you to freaking and when he put on the brakes I wrote oh my god, so I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to not have a shattered femur or like staring at my severed finger or something. Any number of things could have happened, and it's interesting today. So I decided to get out of bed. I had to get out of bed because if I don't fix the friction bike, if I don't fix my freaking bike, I know what the fuck is gonna happen. Okay, I think I may go into a period of like, oh, I'm afraid to ride my bike because I've been hit by an SUV, and boy, that really hurt. So I needed to go take the bike to the shop. The first shop, they had like a 2 week wait, so I went to Bike Fix. This dude comes out, seems very chill. I've been avoiding that place on 6th Street because it always seemed kind of like druggy, kind of, what's going on here? Are you selling marijuana or are you fixing bikes or what? And I walked in, sure enough, today nobody was there, but then I met the guy and he had a good vibe and he just took the bike. So hopefully tomorrow. But anyway, after dealing with the bike and on the way to dealing with the bike, I ran into this old dame from the real East Village character. You're going to love this. She had these gorgeous earrings on and she was and we started exchanging. She said, well, do you ride your bike on the sidewalk? Because if you do, I hate you. I said, no, I don't ride my bike on the. I said, are you from the Village View? And she said, no, I live right up here on 5th Street. I've lived here for 45 years. And I said, wow, I've lived in the 4276th Street for like about that amount of time. Yeah, I wish I could move. I don't like this country. I said, okay, well, I was in a terrible bike accident last night and I stopped and I said, through the grace of God, it could have been a lot worse than it was. But God was watching me and protecting me. And she looks at me and she goes, well, I don't know anything about that God stuff. So I said, okay, that's fine, and then she said, I wish I lived in another country. I said, well, have you heard about the Sarah List? The Sarah List is a senior list of housing available for seniors. Oh, I'm not online and I don't own a computer. So I said, okay, bitch, I think you need to go, let me heal myself and, go get my acupuncture, whatever. I think this one is from still last week. Can you still see? She put up it. So I'm looking forward to my acupuncture. Good and bad adventures, as I said, of being not only a man-for-man massage therapist, but of also being a human being who happens to be queer, gay, a big frickin' faggot. And let me tell you this, right? Bitch, I was just walking around the apartment today going, wow, I was hit by a fucking truck. And this fucking faggot survived, man. I just have to bless myself and give myself tons of love, bitch. Because, whoa, when I was riding the hood of that car, it was me and the car and God. And I think God and me won, this could have been so bad. So I'm once again grateful. Good and bad stories. Grateful to have the wonderfully hot Hasidic Jew, Mr. X, come a few days ago. I missed him so much. I want to make love to this daddy so bad. He is so hot. And, he's got 4 children. And my God, why are the DLs so hot? I have no idea. But, I did actually shave his triceps. And it would have been nice if he had tipped me. But, cheap. That's okay. The 120 was worth it. But and I have to circle around back and say, if that fucking queen who checked my coat at the frickin' Eagle on Sunday had not lost my high-powered headlight, I would not be sitting with half my butt off this chair with my bike in the shop, okay? But I'm not going to put it on the queens. That was me. It was me. I accept this responsibility. And boy, those are pretty damn good odds, considering I've lived here, since 79, and that's the first time I've been broadsided by a car. A truck. So, grateful that hot Hasidic daddy baby came. And, wow, that was nice. And hope more of you come. However, there was the complaint tonight. Mr. Fernando at 347 did call. And, it was a very, very degrading call, and I made no bones about letting him know that, okay? I want to come by right now for $40 for 20 minutes. I said, no. No, the minimum is 100, my dear. And you're approaching this in a very degrading manner, and I blocked him. I know, guys, there's a lot of you hot guys that think you will never get sick, you will never get old, and oh, wowie, gee, look at my muscles gleaming, I'm Superman. But let me tell you, you're not going to play this daddy. I'm not up to it. And it's degrading when you offer me less money than I'm worth. I don't care who the fuck you look like, although I am having a sale on bodybuilders next week. Oh, my moral compass is so skewed, isn't it? Yeah, I'm having a sale for bodybuilders half off. Of course, the bodybuilders never call me. That's fine because they always want other bodybuilders, right? That's the way it works in this gay world, this gay world. So yeah, Fernando, fuck you, block you, and guys, just don't be degrading to your masseur. I mean, if you're looking for a discount, say, hey, things are really hard for me right now. I'm a student or something, and what do you offer, Steve? As a professional, what kind of a discount would you give me? Now that's the way to approach this, not like, I need to come over now. I can be over in 15 minutes. I'm close to you for $40. That little, the teacher and Peanuts, oh God, I'm so over it. Anyway, yeah, that was that. What else did I have to say? Not too much else. Grateful, still feeling the gratitude from seeing Patti Smith and Bruce Springsteen live, and Johnny Depp and Scarlett Johansson and Sean Penn, and my God, I didn't feel like a working class nobody. All of a sudden, I felt like I was almost a part of this art, of this glamour. It was so wonderful. Thank you, KT. I dream of you. I worship you. Thank you. I've considered even leaving my apartment to you, but I don't know. Oh, the other weird thing, yeah, speaking of which, I was doing the garden this weekend, and wow. One of the guys who works there is a specialist. Everybody in Green Thumb knows him. We were talking about these seed pods, right? And he said, well, you can plant those, but they don't flower for 10 years. And we'll all be dead in 10 years. Wow, I had to process that for 48 hours before my accident. Wow, what an unpositive thing to say. And it's almost grounds enough for one to be completely and unequivocally irresponsible. Especially when you have your assets, you're like, well, holy fucking shit! I can run up a debt of like 300 to 400,000, and I'm gonna be fucking dead in 10 years. So fuck it. Why not do this? Why not drink every night? Why not do edibles every night? Hard to not go there when you've got that kind of an irresponsibility license. You've still got to maintain responsibility. Which, speaking of which, I was going to not drink tonight. Day number 3 in my harm reduction program, but I failed miserably. I think due to the Motrin with the wine last night did help. After, I was almost killed. Give me a break. Here's to life. It must be hard to be a star. That's all I have to say. It's hard to be a fucking extra on film sets. Who wants to be a fucking star? Robert De Niro. When Wise Guys, when I filmed it with Wise Guys, whenever he would come onto the set, he would just kind of waltz onto the set and he'd go, love it. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Hey, thanks for watching. Come for a great massage. Don't be degrading when you book an appointment with me. I won't be here forever, and I do have fabulous healing hands, and the other parts can do their healing part too. Stephen War, nycmasseur.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great upcoming weekend. I hope you do, and maybe I'll see you at the gym or in the massage room, releasing all that nasty New York tension and all that fucked up Trump tension and Elon Musk tension. I just got a notice on my computer. I think Elon Musk was offering to buy my soul for $1 million. It wasn't enough. Thanks for watching. Mucho love and gracias. Amor. Adios.